Right now, thousands of foreigners are quietly moving to Vietnam. Not just tourists, people who want job opportunities and a completely different lifestyle. And the interesting thing is that many people around the world are still not paying attention to Vietnam. So in this video, I want to explain 7 reasons why more foreigners are choosing this country, Vietnam, and why this country is becoming one of the most interesting places to live in Asia. A few years ago, when people talked about moving abroad, they usually mentioned places like Canada, the US, the UK, Australia. But guess what? Today, something is changing. More people are starting to look at Asia, and Vietnam is becoming one of the countries attracting attention. If you ever thought of living abroad, working abroad, or even simply exploring new opportunities, Vietnam might actually surprise you. Let's start. One of the biggest reasons foreigners move to Vietnam is the cost of living. Compared to many Western countries, life here can be much more affordable. Within a few years I have lived in Vietnam, one of the things I commonly see is the cost of living for most foreigners who share the experiences with me and together. Things like food, transportation, and even rent in many cities can be surprisingly reasonable. For many foreigners, this means they can live a comfortable life without spending too much money. Another reason people are coming to Vietnam is because of their job opportunities. For example, many foreigners work in the teaching or the education field. So is it only about teaching jobs in Vietnam? From my experience there, I would say no. Teaching is the most popular job there, but not the only job as a foreigner you can do. If you want any job in any other different fields, you just have to put in the work and then do your research well and plan very well. Then you can get a job. In my first year, I had a job in the training and development management area aside the teaching. So it's not only about the teaching, though is the most common job you can find out there. Another job area for most foreigners is the online businesses. People who are into entrepreneurship, wants to work from a remote area and all that. I see a lot of foreigners who are into online businesses or even work in remote areas. And guess what? International companies are also spreading up in Vietnam, and you can also get jobs in this area. And one of the huge area is the tourism or the hospitality industry field. If you are someone with the skills in the hospitality industry, tourism and all that, you should also look at Vietnam because it's one of the best countries when it comes to tourism. Beautiful landscape, beautiful places to visit in Vietnam. As Vietnam continues to grow economically, more opportunities are appearing or widening up. So if you want to give a shot, why not? You should. Another reason is also the growing economy. Vietnam is one of the fastest growing economies in Asia. To my surprise, when I first arrived in Vietnam, I was like, whoa, I never expect Vietnam to be like this. The kind of development and the kind of growth in the country is amazing. More companies are investing in the country and the cities are developing very quickly. Because of that, it creates the opportunities not only for the locals, but also for foreigners who wants to work or invest and even build their own businesses, just like others are currently doing. So if you are looking for a place that you can start up, Vietnam is actually one of the places to look at. This is not a paid advert. Another reason people enjoy living in Vietnam is the lifestyle. See, Vietnam has amazing landscapes, beautiful, vibrant cities. And guess what? One of the things I like about the country is the friendly communities. Even in my neighborhood, regularly I get to hear knocking on my door, come out, let's have dinner. It's amazing on a regular basis. The communities are friendly. It's one of the most friendliest countries I have worked and lived in. Many foreigners do share the same experience and they also enjoy the balance between work and life. Trust me, it's not a perfect country, but it's one of the best places to experience life. If you are interested in building opportunities beyond your home country, subscribe and join the Dost Nomad community. Please like this video for me. Thank you. Vietnam also creates the traveling opportunity. So living in Vietnam also makes it easy to travel around Asia. See, from Vietnam, you can easily visit countries such as Thailand, Cambodia, Japan, Malaysia, South Korea, Singapore, Philippines, Australia is about 6-7 hours, depending on which state or province you want to go. New Zealand, these countries are very closer to Vietnam, and the location is quite good. For many people who love travel just like me, this is a big advantage. Vietnam has a very rich culture and history. Many foreigners say living in Vietnam allows them to experience something completely different from their home country. And for me, Vietnam is like a home. The culture and how the communities are. You get to learn new things most times. You get to learn new things. Learning the culture, the traditions, and even some of the language can be a fascinating experience. And you know, language, the tonation has some kind of French and also the Chinese mixed too. There are some words in Vietnam, you can hear the French tonation in it, as well as the Chinese tonation. It's very fascinating. Until I moved to Vietnam, I thought Chinese was the hardest language. Trust me, Chinese isn't the hardest language until you visit Vietnam. Finally, many people move to Vietnam because they want a new lifestyle, a new adventure. You see, living in a new place gives you new challenges. It teaches you new things and exposes you to new opportunities which you never thought of. You get to meet new situations and you have to adapt. You get to make mistakes. You get to learn new things. You get to unlearn some old things. And such experiences is very valuable that you cannot even pay for. For many foreigners, Vietnam becomes more than just a place to visit. It becomes a place to build a life. And it's one of the best places to start life or even to build a life, depending on your career goals and your plans. Now, I'm curious to hear from you. If you had a chance to relocate abroad, will you consider Vietnam? Let me know in the comments below. And if you are interested in traveling, relocation, and also interested in opportunities around the world, make sure you subscribe, because on this channel, we talk about how people can explore and move abroad using the right path. Remember to like this video and share it for me, please. If you are interested in moving to Vietnam or China, watch this next video where I explain every details you need to make your decision before you make your appointment for any of these two countries. Thank you so much for watching this video. My name is Dost Nomad. Take care of yourself and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Thank you all for watching this here video.